Your topic, the Timbers' effect on Portland. The Timbers' effect on Portland. Jackson, you have 2 minutes.
You hear me? I was kind of hoping this would be like Cliff Clavin when he went on Jeopardy, and every topic he would get would be like, beer, Mariners, Pac-12 football. But of course, I get the Timbers. I got to be honest. I'm one of those people. I grew up. My father was a rugby player. My father was a football player. I played football my entire life. Played semi-pro. Played in the Arena League and all that fun stuff. I was one of those people where if you didn't make varsity in a normal sport, then you relied on soccer. I know I'm alienating a lot of the liberal media and the liberal fans in Portland, but I will say this. I'm excited about the Timbers because they bring a lot of fans out. I know I have 2 sons myself. They both wrestle. They play football. They play baseball. Kind of the typical all-American sports, the all-American kids. I was a United States Marine. You don't exactly see a lot of Marines gathered around the TV, watching soccer and pumped up about soccer. But I can say my kids, I know they went out there for a field trip, and they went out there for the Timbers Army, and they actually had a blast. And they came back saying, "Dad, this is great. Let's go back out there. Let's have a good time." I will say this. People I've talked to about soccer all throughout the country, a lot of people are playing it and it's big, but I got to be honest, I think it's more big in other countries where they don't readily have baseball diamonds available. They don't have basketball courts that they can just go walk up and play. I'm one of those people who, like I said, grew up baseball, football guy, so soccer was never my thing. The last thing I'll say on soccer is David Beckham, though. He might join Sook's list of a man crush. David Beckham's a handsome, handsome man. I got to say that, but that's my take on soccer.
All righty. Thank you, Jackson. Nice job there. Let's go to our program director, Jeff Austin. We've had some odd, purposely vague, just a touch out of the mainstream topics. How are the guys handling it there?
Yeah, and that's tough. I mean, when soccer is the topic, but it really was the impact of the Timbers. So even if soccer's not in your wheelhouse, Portland is. And the Timbers have had a huge impact on Portland. Even if it's a segment of people, it's at least 20,000 people, right? And some of those people are going to be in your audience. So it's okay to talk, even if you don't love the sport, that's fine. But you want to at least talk about the economic impact they've had, maybe a cultural impact, even the way they spur heated discussion over beers in a place like Buffalo Wild Wings about the validity of soccer or lack thereof. So I thought you did a good job of hitting part of the way there, but I would have liked to have heard you maybe make more of a socio-economic impact of soccer on the city of Portland.
All righty. What do you think, Dusty?
I'm not a soccer fan either, and it's hard to sell it, but I thought you did a good enough job of dancing around it, and that's part of the game that Isaac and Sook both do, and they avoid soccer altogether, which is something that you'll be able to do. But when you don't have a choice in the matter, and sometimes you do have to talk about things like that, but always bringing it back to your kids, I think that was good. It's a tough topic for you, but anytime you can bring in your kids and how they relate back to it, there's going to be other people that think the same thing.
All right, Coach Isaac.
Hello.
What do you think?
First of all, alienating is not a word, my man, but I think that you're one of the favorites in this competition because I know you. I don't know some of these guys here, but you've called into our show many times. I know you know sports. And the thing that I will say, I agree a lot with what Jeff said, and Dusty, actually. You missed the mark on that one. I think the topic threw you off a little bit. You could have done better with the topic, and I think you probably know that. But the thing I liked about what you did was you didn't fake anything. This is my experience with soccer. This is how I feel about soccer. It was very you. And the biggest thing about lasting power in radio is the host. You can't fake anything. People will call you out. They'll know. You'll expose yourself. You just have to be you. And if soccer's not your thing, you kind of got to raw deal with the topic. You faked your way through it. Probably could have been better, but I still like you, and I think you're going to be good in this competition.